Proud moments. Nights in the most expensive Chinese vehicle on offer in the country right now. Standing on, of course. This is the GWM Tank 500 and it will set you back around 1.2 million rands. And many of you might say, what? 1.2 million rands for a GWM? Wait, just wait. And I've seen some of the comments on the other app. People have been saying this, and I've been trying to tell them, you need to check it out yourself before you can say anything else. But hey, guys, you know what? Welcome to the channel. It's your boy, and I appreciate that you're here with me tonight. You know how we do it at night, man. We don't necessarily focus a lot more on the details and everything else. And the nice thing about this one is that we've already done a video where we're comparing it to the Everest Platinum. We had a reason for actually comparing it to the Everest Platinum because you can see, even through the camera systems, that we are dealing with a luxury vehicle. You know, when I first heard about this concept of camping, I was asking myself, what is that? Then I realized it's like luxury camping of some sort. It made so much sense because I don't want to be out there in a tent at night in some bush area. I love nature, but not to that level. So I'd rather be in a luxury, like whatever that is, accommodation. And you know what? I'm one with nature through a glass and whatever that is. But brick and mortar is better for me because I feel much safer. So when it comes to that, I think the concept was taken then to the cars in this case, because it was either you get an off-roader that you can go with camping, or you get a luxury vehicle that is not capable off-road. But the moment I saw the Everest Platinum, in fact, even from Limited last time, I was quite impressed that, you know what, now we're bridging the gap and understanding that there's a lot of people actually that are not even taking these things to out there in the bushes, in the bundles and everything else. They just drive them on tar road. And that's where I think this one also comes in. And when I spoke about that initially, in fact, I did mention other cars like your Mahindra Scorpio and Isuzu MU-X, Pajero Sport. I spoke about the Toyota Fortuners, but I was like, look, I see them. To me, yeah, they actually feel and sound like they are made for off-roading. And when it comes to this one, and the Everest Platinum, probably also with the World Track as well, there's a little bit of a difference in what I see there. Listen to this. It sounds like a diesel a bit, but it's not necessarily a diesel because this one is a 2-liter turbocharged hybrid system pushing out 255 kilowatts and 648 newton meters of torque. Crazy numbers, but at the end of the day, you still have a 2-liter engine, and when it's pushing out on ice, there's no way you will avoid the grunt. And this grunt that you're feeling right now, sounding like a diesel and so on, is the same concept that I spoke about when I was speaking about the 3-liter V6 versus the 2-liter bi-turbo from Ford. That you will feel that grunt, like it feels heavier in the 2 liters, because when you have to push something like this is 2.6 tons, the Everest sitting at around 2.5 tons, so we're talking big cars here. And a 2-liter versus a 3-liter, when it comes to moving these kind of things, you will always feel that one is actually working a little bit harder. Again, because it's a petrol, that might contribute to why some of the loyalists would be like, but, and this takes me back to the initial comparison that I did between this one and the Everest Platinum. I guess I've already explained why I would be talking about the Everest Platinum and not necessarily all the other adventure SUVs out there, because we're talking about clamping here. I mean, luxury off-roaders, not just off-roaders. Of course, some of them look luxurious a little bit, but mostly feel like a little bit trucky. That's why I didn't speak about them even when I was comparing it with something else initially, which was the Platinum. You can see right now that it's doing the high beam assist. It's actually responding quite well, considering that there are street lights here. Some of them they don't necessarily even pick up street lights as street lights. They think it's cars, then it's confusing and everything else. So it's actually doing a good job from that perspective. And the lighting as well, it's actually quite good, which filtered through to that luxury feeling that I'm talking about when it comes to this vehicle. Because wow, you'd think 1.2 million is a lot until you start driving it and start touching things, you know, start feeling things. That's where you start realizing that the workmanship, the build quality and the design, like everything talks to that price. I'm not even going to shy away from saying that, man. There's just so much that they've done well here that I applaud them for, especially when you're looking at it from the design perspective. It actually screams luxury. I'm not even going to say premium. Is premium better than luxury? I'm not even sure right now, but luxury, meaning the highest level of luxury that you can get when you're doing off-roading. That's what I feel about this vehicle right now. This 14.6-inch screen, the one that is in front of us as well, the instrument cluster, crisp screens. Even at night, you can see that they're illuminating quite well. You saw the camera systems as well. Can't complain about that, man. I mean, this thing feels premium, man. The Napa leather that is used, even on the steering wheel, you can feel actually that this thing is, yeah, they made it with purpose. They made it with purpose. If it sounds like marketing right now, better call it marketing, because they did not miss. They really did not miss. There's a lot that this car offers when it comes to specs and everything else, man. You can check the other video. I think I spoke about some other stuff when it comes to that. The one that we did when we were comparing it with the Everest, there's a lot that we said there that some of you were not even happy about, especially because at the end of the day, I said the Everest is better, and you guys wanted to eat me, literally saying there's something that is lacking, which is performance. We'll talk about that in a bit. But hey, look, you can even see with the ambient lighting, the way they've done it, you can adjust that one on top of the dashboard there, the one that has the stars, separately from the one that is down here that I'm changing right now to green and everything else. So they've done a great job. You see now it's blue, up there is green. You can change up there as well, or you can just do multicolor so that it can actually just adjust itself, or match it to the sound system. Then it can do the whole pulse dancing, whatever. I don't like that because it's a little bit distracting for me, especially because I wear glasses. If you don't know, I'm wearing glasses right now. But look, the lights are doing a great job outside, man. People are not complaining that I'm dazzling them, especially because they're sitting quite high. From that perspective, sometimes you find that people are complaining, like I've indicated in the V300D, that some people actually thought I'm doing bright even when I wasn't. So good job GWM from that perspective. In the rear, you will see again that, man, they've done a great job in designing this thing, man. From the rear, I think it's for me, it's my favorite angle. When I look at it from the rear, man, it looks so good. Those lines at the back, I don't know, someone might say it looks like something. I don't know which one this one looks like, but yeah, you know how it goes when it comes to these things. Inspiration. But look, overall, man, they've done a great job from that perspective. When you come inside, you would have seen again when it comes to the lighting and everything else, I'm quite satisfied. A little bit dark in the third row, but I'm okay with that, because that row, man, I mean, it's just for kids anyway. It's not like we need to focus a lot on it. But you'd see overall that they've done a great job with the finishes, the metallic bits where they need to use them, aluminum, the wood grain thingy, panels that they used here in front. You know, they're like, I don't think they're wood per se, but they actually add to the luxury premiumness of this vehicle. And that's why I think I did not miss with my initial assessment. When it comes to the interior, man, this car is probably the best. It is the best, actually, when it comes to adventure SUVs, man. Think about them, all of them, right now, and tell me the one that looks better than this. I mean, we also have this analog clock here that looks like a little bit, who's doing this again? Is it Rolls Royce? Is it Bentley? Whatever. But look, you get used to it. It looks a little bit gimmicky at first, but you're like, I'm used to this. It blends well with the interior. They've done a great job. Overall, they've done a fantastic job when it comes to designing this car, from lighting to everything else. Well done, GWM. I'm so impressed. Maybe I need to touch on that part of Everest versus this vehicle. Look, there are things that I said there, and performance was one thing that I didn't shy away from, and that 2-liter aspect, it's still coming in despite the numbers being as high as they are. It feels good on the road, it drives well. Yes, when you're picking up, you can feel that actually this thing is heavy, but once you're on the move, it's probably the best driving adventure SUV I've driven. I'm including Everest in that line. I've driven the Platinum 3-liter V6, and when it comes to daily driving, I don't think it's better than this. The comfort levels, the way it feels, independent suspension, front and rear as well, the way it feels overall, for people that I know that they buy these cars and they're not even taking them to the off-road and everything else. Oh, by the way, it's equally capable. diff locks, all these things, you get them in here. Low range, it is here. It is able to actually take you off-road and feel much more comfortable. I've done that. I know it does that. So from that perspective, drivability, it does actually hit every adventure SUV I've driven. Just that when it comes to overall the power and everything else, I can't forget that despite the numbers, man, it's a 2-liter. It is a little bit complex compared to the 3-liter V6. So from that perspective, guys, whatever I said in that video, you can go check it out. I maintain it. And that's the Infinity, is it Harman Infinity sound system? Yes, it is Infinity by Harman. And yes, 12 speakers with a subwoofer at the back. Look, it is the best of the bunch for GWM. But if I was to compare it with something like your Bob, why am I saying Bose and Wilkins? I can't do that to this sound system. No, reverse that. Bang & Olufsen in the Ford, which is more or less at this level, of course. I think that one is much better, of course, compared to this one, because this one hides away in some instances, as much as it manages to reduce noises outside, manages as well, because this thing is proper insulated. Eh? So the sound system as well, it's the best of the bunch. I've complained about GWM and how they set up the sound systems. I think this one is the best so far. They can improve it from here on, and it's probably going to get much better. So yeah, at night, guys, you know, I don't necessarily just take forever talking. I need to give a chance to those that want to hear this vehicle driving without actually babbling and everything else. You see that flashing that is happening on the side there, that is the blind spot monitoring. Doesn't only appear on the mirrors and so on, it also shows you like on the side of the vehicle with ambient lighting that there's something. We saw this in the Mercedes in the E-Class actually at night. It was doing that as well. So yeah, guys, I don't want to take too much time talking. Of course, I've already taken so much time, but look, guys, everything else, you know, we can talk in the comments. Just enjoy the rest of the video, just seeing how this car drives. Apologies about the windscreen, it's so dirty, but look, you know what, everything else we'll discuss in the comments. Enjoy the rest of the video. For now, I am out.